Today, we have some groundbreaking news for all the Apple fans out there. If you've been keeping up with the latest leaks and rumors, you know the hype around the upcoming iPhone 16 Pro. Well, we have an exciting detail to share about its screen that will blow your mind. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical about whether the iPhone 16 Pro will be a significant upgrade over the iPhone 15 Pro. Trust me, I was too. But after hearing about these new leaks, I'm convinced that the iPhone 16 Pro is going to be a game changer. First off, let's talk about the screen size. Both the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max are expected to have larger screens. This is the first increase in screen size since 2020, and it's anything but a small change. Larger screens mean a better viewing experience, whether you're watching videos, playing games, or just scrolling through your social media. But that's not all. The iPhone 16 Pro models are also rumored to feature bigger camera sensors and a new capture button. And if that wasn't enough, a fresh leak suggests that these phones will have the thinnest bezels of any smartphone on the market. Yes, you heard that right, the thinnest bezels. Now, you might wonder, why are thinner bezels such a big deal? Well, let me explain. Thinner bezels not only enhance the phone's aesthetics, but also allow for a larger display without making the phone too bulky. This is a win-win situation for all of us who want more screen real estate without sacrificing comfort and portability. According to a leaker on Weibo who goes by the name Setsuna Digital, the iPhone 16 Pro will have bezels that are just 1.2 millimeters thick, and the iPhone 16 Pro Max will have even thinner bezels at 1.15 millimeters. To put this in perspective, the iPhone 15 Pro has bezels that are 1.71 millimeters thick, and the iPhone 14 Pro has 2.15 millimeters bezels. That's a significant reduction. Setsuna Digital reportedly got their hands on the actual display and measured the bezels themselves. This gives a lot of credibility to the leak. Imagine holding a phone with such a sleek, nearly edge-to-edge display. It's going to look stunning. So how is Apple achieving this? The rumor mill suggests that Apple will employ a new technology called border reduction structure, or BRS. This technology will help slim down not just the top, left, and right bezels, but also the bottom bezel, which has traditionally been the most challenging to reduce. With BRS technology, Apple is set to revolutionize the design of the iPhone 16 Pro models. This advancement means we can enjoy a bigger screen without significantly increasing the phone's overall dimensions. So even though the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max will be larger than their predecessors, the difference won't be as drastic, thanks to those ultra-thin bezels. There were some reports earlier that Apple suppliers were struggling to meet these new requirements. However, it seems like those issues have been resolved and the iPhone 16 series is on track for its usual September launch. So, what does this mean for us? Well, it means we're going to get our hands on the most aesthetically pleasing and technologically advanced iPhone yet. The thinner bezels alone are enough to get me excited, but combined with the other rumored features, the iPhone 16 Pro is shaping up to be one of the best phones of 2024. These improvements are not just minor upgrades, they represent a significant leap forward in design and functionality. And I, for one, can't wait to see these phones in person. What do you think about these new details? Are you as excited as I am about the iPhone 16 Pro? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates on the latest tech news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. In just a few months' time, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will succeed the iPhone 15 Pro Max and take on the mantle as the best and most advanced iPhone out there. Although there's plenty of time until September and a lot can change, we seem to know a lot about the upcoming top iPhone model based on rumors and leaks. How is the iPhone 16 Pro Max shaping up against its predecessor? What's changing and what's staying the same? Let's see how the iPhone 16 Pro Max shapes up against the current best iPhone Apple has in its roster. First up, let's talk about design and size. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will inherit the same design language as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, employing the same titanium frame with a completely flat screen. The major difference between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro Max will be size. The upcoming iPhone screen will grow to 6.9 inches across, a significant bump over the iPhone 15 Pro Max's 6.7-inch display. To achieve this, they're likely shrinking the bezels down even further and making the phone itself slightly larger overall. As per the rumors, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will measure 163mm in height and 77.58mm in width versus 159.9mm and 76.7mm for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, respectively. A small but notable change, all things considered. The iPhone 15 Pro Max debuted with an action button. instead of a mute switch and a USB Type-C port at the bottom, so those two features will be carrying over to the newer model as well. However, the iPhone 16 series will be scoring another button, dubbed the capture button. Colors-wise, the iPhone 15 Pro Max was available in 4 understated and titanium-inspired colors. We've heard that Apple might use another titanium processing technique that will make the iPhone 16 Pro Max glossier and also more capable of retaining colors. Moving on to display differences. As mentioned, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come along with a significantly larger display, measuring at 6.9 inches across. Aside from the size, we don't clearly expect any other major changes. We're certainly getting a liquid Retina XDR display with an OLED panel delivering superb colors, contrast, and exceptional maximum brightness. The screen will support 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate, making scrolling through the interface and on-screen content way smoother. Now let's delve into performance and software. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will feature a second-generation 3nm chip, possibly dubbed Apple A18 Pro. As one can imagine, we expect that the Apple A18 Pro will have better performance than the Apple A17 Pro. Due to the heavily rumored focus on AI for both iOS and the iPhone 16 range, we expect that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come with a much improved neural engine to take care of all the generative AI features. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will also be a first to debut iOS 18 with a focus on artificial intelligence features. The new iPhone 16 Pro Max will also support faster Wi-Fi 7 and a more power-efficient 5G modem, keeping you future-proofed on the connectivity front. Let's talk about the camera. As the iPhone 15 Pro Max delivers a host of important camera features, chief among which is the new 120mm telephoto lens, the iPhone 16 Pro Max can finally address one of the forgotten cameras that hasn't recently scored any significant overhauls, the ultra-wide. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes that Apple will be introducing a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. When it comes to audio quality, iPhone Pro Max devices are always up there with the best, setting the benchmarks for all other manufacturers to measure up against. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will be no exception. The same generally applies to haptics too. iPhones are arguably the best devices when it comes to haptic feedback, giving us precise and accurate vibrations that are sufficiently strong yet not overpowering. Lastly, battery life and charging. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will reportedly feature a much larger 4,676 mAh battery compared to the 4,422 mAh battery in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Charging-wise, we haven't heard anything about a potential charging speed increase, but we hope to see one on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So far, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is shaping up to be a logical improvement to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, delivering key upgrades in important areas like screen size, performance, AI, and battery life. Thus far, we haven't heard anything particular about a potential price increase, so it's safe to assume that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will start at $1,199 for the 256GB version. Of course, if there's an iPhone 15 Pro Max in your pocket, then you'll probably have few reasons to upgrade to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Stay tuned for more updates on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as we get closer to its release date. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest tech news and reviews. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.